today, so we'll see how that goes. This is probably going to be chaos. So when it comes to doing your research, I haven't really talked much about this so far. So there's a couple things you want to keep in mind. So obviously with... Oh, goodness me. So obviously with an index fund, you want to know what index fund you're getting. So it'll just follow whatever index it is. Yeah, so I mean, if it's S&P 500, it'll just follow the S&P 500, which could be really good. That's, you know, it's the 500 biggest companies in the U.S. So if the U.S. economy does well, then that index fund will do well as well. As far as other index funds, I mean, if you go towards the NASDAQ, that'll be more technology based. And then, so something you have to keep in mind with that is that it's still low risk compared to other things. For instance, a mutual fund. So a mutual fund is like actively invested by someone else. So you're going to pay a fee for them to keep investing your money. So you want to look at that. There's different fees for different mutual funds. Oh, goodness me. Yeah, so there's that, and then also since it's actively invested, you want to stay updated with the different stocks that are in the mutual fund, because that changes a little bit every now and then. And yeah, there's usually a focus for a mutual fund, whether it's technology or if it's energy or in general or whatever. So you would want to keep the sector in mind as well. Goodness. That was a speedy guy. What's happening? Yeah, kind of lost track of what I was saying, but yeah, so that's it with mutual funds. And then when it comes to the individual stocks, so you would want to look at a sector that you think is going to do well, obviously. And so the question is, how do you determine that? Okay. So, for instance, if you look at energy, I mean, there's a lot of countries that are up and coming in the world right now, and they're gonna need a lot of cheap energy, so oil, natural gas, and then in a lot of the Western world, there's a focus to shift towards green energy, so that could be something to look into as well. Right now, though, I do think that with the war in Ukraine, that I think that oil and natural gas is probably the most safe bet, because a lot of countries are boycotting those, like the Russian natural gas and Russian oil, which keeps the supply low, and the demand is still really high, higher than ever possibly. Actually not doing too bad this round, surprisingly enough. Oh, I say that and then that happens. So yeah, you want to look at the sector, and specifically I think oil will do pretty well. But again, like if you think that there's, you know, something within technology or You know, I guess since interest rates are being raised all the time, banks will make more money. So that could be a sector to look into. So regardless of what sector you think will do well, you're going to have to look at different stocks within the sector. So, I mean, if you're at banks, you want to look at JP Morgan, Bank of America, and those types of stocks, and see like how much money are they making. Are they projected to make more? So you could get a lot of this information from the quarterly reports. Similarly for oil stocks or whatever you want to do, like where are they invested, what are they producing, how much money do they have, are they planning on producing more in the future, like upping their production. Yeah, so just stay updated on news as well within that sector, and you know, try to figure out. Oh, that was interesting. Nice. Yeah, try to see what the different companies are doing. If you agree with what they're doing, then it's probably a good fit. And at the end of the day, you want a stock that's producing. It's putting out something that people like, people use, that people talk about. So that's it. All right, subscribe to my videos if you like this, and I'll see you soon.